Hello everyone. So I'm back with my case study 4, which is the cloud computing services. What are the services that we're going to use with the cloud computing services? So this is a basic introduction of how we are actually performing. What are the kind of networks that we use? For example, WWI is supplying on-demand computers such as hardware, soft storage, database, networking, and software with both compression. This is known as a cloud computing. As I've told you earlier in the slide 1, it is major compensation. Companies may access to store the information in the cloud without having to manage the physical devices or the infrastructure. What is the literature study that we have? Service with the quality and the financial competency depends on the choosing the appropriate cloud configuration for an application. For instance, for the same performance object, a poor cloud design might cost up to 12 times as much. This is how we need to understand how the cloud is very important. For recurrent operations where comparable workloads are done, frequently the cost savings of the cloud architecture. These are the difficult obtaining excellent presence, low maintenance, and adaptability for the various workloads. For and our apps makes that challenges for choosing the ideal for the cloud makes such as the quickest and the cheapest one. So types of cloud services that include infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Infrastructure as a service, which is nothing but on-demand communication with the virtual and application redundancy. Platform as a service, which provides a platform where you can use software and hardware. Software as a service, where you'll have full stack applications of the cloud, including an administrator, base equipments which can use. Infrastructure, we'll talk about the infrastructure as a service cloud. This is one of the best for this e-commerce study because this is primarily hosting primarily in the cloud services provider hosts control systems and also supports the uh, computational and the physical resources in the data centers. Infrastructure as a service clients often have a choice among bare metal services and the specialized and the physical equipment has been very versatile with this. Users can also be an API, which is nothing but an application programming interface. For example, www.facebook.com/login. Login is an API where you can directly get into that application user interface. And this can help in deploying, configuring, and managing services with the infrastructure resources. Other benefits that includes great access with IaaS. A business can quickly construct duplicate servers and may even create them in other region to guarantee operations during the regional interruption in power and nature. Infrastructure as a service clients may place their apps in the service closer to the consumers to minimize latency and maximize efficiency because of the supplies of the infrastructure as a code frequently operated data centers in the different countries. Okay, the comprehensive security is one of the security that we require, and use cases of infrastructure disaster recovery e-commerce are the two major use cases. It may deploys and backups and recovery technology with the cloud providing currently international scattered architecture instead of installing multiple of machines on a single go. E-commerce, it is an infrastructure as a service, as a great choice for the business for internet who frequently encounter traffic peaks. Today it's 24 hours relative and the capability scale up during the time of the heavy demand. As I've told you, this is majorly about the auto scaling. Infrastructure, it is simple to establish and scale up data storage with the computing and that works with the massive data of internet of devices. Okay, this is how an infrastructure as a service looks like. It has a data center, it has an equipment, it has the virtualization, and it has the system managers. Every single object has their own dependencies. What are the needs of infrastructure of a? It has a large quality that are too much on comprehensive storage. On-premises applications slows responsible time performance issues due to the capacity restriction, inefficiency of hardware refresh cycle. This scenario calls an architecture is more flexible and scaling than the What is the conclusion that in past few years, the usage of the cloud computing has become more attractive framework in organizations and providing services with the World Wide Web. The emerging of the cloud computing is the disastrously alternative for underlying processing environment and, in the end, making utility technologies long held promised possible. Reducing capital expenditure and turning them into an operating expenses is one of the main reasons for him adopt infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service offers choice of for networking, which is for the storage and the computing, and that eliminate the needs for expensive energy and the space. It can additionally employ infrastructure as a code as an expensive means for providing a maintenance if there is unexpected demands on any of that. These are the major differences that I have at the moment, which I brought it for you, which is the recent one uh, for Badurike, which she has done the infrastructure as a code for a blog, and I have other one which is Charan Mustafa, and I got Hassan for this. Thank you so much for your time and patience. Have a good time.